Before the Anapanasati explanation, I would like to discuss a little bit how about the loving kindness feeling, metta feeling, they practice feeling, and how we will continue this kind of kindness meditation. So that is going to be talking after that. We will explain Anapanasati, how to practice Anapanasati meditation.
在安般念的教导之前，禅师要介绍一下慈心的你修慈心可能会有的一些感受，或修习慈心有的一些现象。
How about the loving kindness experience? Even the today in meditators experience, you can be happy from loving kindness.
今天大家修行慈心一天。禅师要问大家有什么感受？你们可以感觉到慈心的喜悦吗？Some will feel peace， 宁静、清净 peace。尤其是新的禅修者有这么感受吗 ？Happy， 快乐。
You saw any new experience with the happiness any times that you can say that
大家要感受到，所以慈心的喜乐以外，有感受到慈心的取向，或者慈心的一些影像吗？跟其他的禅修业处、禅修方法比起来，有没有比较其他的一些特别的现象？其他禅修者呢，有没有什么经验想要跟禅师分享？尤其是新的禅修者。Release the pain. Relieve the pain. The pain disappear. The pain disappear for her.
Disappearing, body feeling, mind feeling also disappearing, finally speaking deliberation also. This is very important way to make meditation of that. We must cultivate this without forgetting. Within one day, nothing to do. One day what we can do is to practice sometime. At least 7 days continuous practice can reach new result. So we need to try so clever can practice complete loving kindness within 2 months. But medium at least 3 months. Because have 528 jhana master. That 528 what the master means? At least 3,000, more than 3,000 jhanas we must attain. That mastering after that we can see deep result.
所以禅师说，现在大家只是禅修1天哦，从昨天晚上到现在只有1天，时间是不够的。所以如果你们未来时间够的话，你们可以修习慈心的这个方法，修行7天会更有感觉，会更多很好的结果，甚至2个月乃至3个月。如果正式的修行慈心，有528种禅那，这个在那个外解道里面介绍的528种禅那，如果每一种禅那再乘以3，那至少有大约3000多种禅定要修。所以至少如果可以的话，拿2-3个月的时间来修行慈心会非常好。什么是更深的一些更深的一些结果呢？慈心的好处呢？用慈心的禅定，我们还可以做什么呢？Sending loving kindness. Sending loving kindness.
Actually, after deep concentration, after that 528 master, after completing that, then meditation, most of meditators can see Deva. Using that light, concentration light, can see Deva. That is, simply can see 3 Devas, Chatu Maharaja, Lord and Chatu Maharaja, clever, deepest concentrators can see Lord and Deva also. It is Pausya always after training loving kindness, asking, thinking to search Deva, and after the asking how about the river, country, etc. That is answer. Would you like to see Deva? Always seeing Deva's life, but still don't know how about the Deva.
禅师讲说，在528种禅定练习完后， 通常一个好的成果会看得到天神，尤其是树神之类的，就是我们就在定中就可以看到这个树神，这属于四天王天的。然后如果更深的定力，更可以看到33天的天神等。所以在这时候泡禅师经常会问禅修者，问看到这些天神他们是什么样的身体，然后穿着什么样的衣服，他们什么样的形态等等。所以禅师问大家说，你们想看到这些天神吗？你们有兴趣吗？They want to see these devas.
Money, no need to collect money. You would like to see Sri Lanka, you must collect money, no? For visit. But no need to collect money for see there. Only one thing, you must concentrate on loving kindness. Must like kindness after that can see there. Not only that. Actually, that after seeing Deva, can see surrounding the other beings. Not even causes, different category causes, and Deva will come. Not only that, passing pain can go to the another up to the head. And being also can see using kind of concentration. In this life, make one meditator, he could see hell like the deep knowledge after 40 mastering that they could see that way even there according to the Buddha's explanation, explain hell. How the hell means firing, hell, war, doors, all the things. According to Buddha's expression, can see, introduce effort, and cultivate mindfulness.
所以禅师说，不用花钱去洗染，不用累积找机票去洗染。为什么讲这样？因为禅师昨天不是讲那个故事吗？就是看到树神的那个故事，是洗染的背景，所以不用去洗染就可以看到天神。怎么样看呢？就累积我们的慈心禅修，累积正念，直到慈心禅定稳定的话，定力的光够强，就可以照见这些天神们，就可以看得到。因为定力够的话，可以看到这些非人们，包括不同种类的鬼界众生。还有其他的夜叉的，或是如果往地下照的话，在地下的深处可以看到地狱，还有看到地狱众生，然后就可以看到佛陀经典里面所说到地狱的景象。可以地狱里面受苦是什么油锅火那些铁叉那个刀山剑这些东西都可以看到，如经典所说的，不是经典描述而已，自己可以借着自己的慈心禅定都可以看得到。
Towards how to practice, what are the results also towards that is actually when the going deep, always need to take a sunrise. Without teacher's advice, can be sometimes harmless. Always we will try to practice guiding. We don't feel like teachers. It will bring your clear result. That is, we will try to do anyway. And now I would like to explain how to practice Anapanasati.
禅师在有关慈心的方法，昨天解释。那慈心的成果，禅师这边也介绍。不过禅师特别提醒说，这边的修行的结果一样样出来，这时候需要善知识，就需要禅修导师指导。如果没有禅修导师指导的话，可能不一定会拿到正确的结果。所以这边你们修到正确的方法， 然后在修行的结果一定需要善知识来帮忙指正所以禅师有关慈心方法还有慈心的成果，这边就介绍告个段落。现在禅师要继续回来讲安般念。
How to start beginning history of the Prophet and there are very workshop in the training, that is full time beginner moderate training, and finally Lord Buddha asking from the great venerable how to practice Anapanasati, how collect this experience.
禅师在今天开示前开始的时候诵了一段的经文，就来自中部的安般念的这个经。然后这边的经典讲到说，一个禅修者应该修习多修习，然后可以拿到安般念的这个好处结果。所以这边禅师会依着这个经典的次第，然后介绍安般念的修行。
For deep experience, Mahapala, for the Mahasansara, deep well-being.
禅师介绍这个巴利的经文的意思是，诸比丘修行安般念，于安般念修行多修行，可以拿到玛哈帕拉玛哈尼桑萨。玛哈是大，帕拉是果实，有大的果报，大的果实。玛哈尼桑萨，这个是很大的利益，有大的果报，大的利益，修行安般念。Empty houses using Ujungkayam, Panikaya, Payakam, Panikaya. This is the Panikaya which is called Ujungkaya. Closing the leg, making straight back, sitting, making effort, and focusing front of the nostril, where the brain entering and going out mouth, that nostril front focusing. So Sattva-Sati, that venerable breathe in, be mindfully, breathe out, be mindfully. 但是念的这段巴利文的意思是有一个字一个字解释伊达比克维比库，这个比克维是诸比丘比丘们，佛陀称呼这个他的比丘僧团们这样称呼伊达比库，伊达是在这个佛教里面在这里的意思，这指的是在这个佛教里面的比库比丘，或者现在有些翻译比库比丘比库 阿兰亚格多啊，卢卡穆拉格多啊，孙亚嘎拉格多啊，这边哇是或，阿兰亚是森林或是林野，格多是去前往林野，前面啊森林，或者是卢卡穆拉格多啊，卢卡是树，穆拉是根，树下或树根的意思，住在格多啊去啊，或者去到森林或是去到树下，孙亚嘎拉格多啊，孙亚是空的。阿嘎拉是屋子，空的屋子，空闲处，嘎多啊去或者去，所以这三个是修行的地方。比丘前往森林，或是树下，或是空闲处。尼西德底班当当阿布吉德瓦，坐在这个坐下来，班当当阿布吉德瓦是结跏趺而坐，这跏趺坐就是我们一般的盘腿坐，然后乌就嘎样。巴尼他呀，乌就是正的意思，正直；嘎呀是身体，正直他的身；巴尼他呀是安置他的身体啊，正直就是保持他的身体正直。巴利木康萨丁乌巴达贝德瓦，乌巴达贝德瓦是这也是放肆的意思，放肆萨丁是正面，放肆他的正面。巴利木康我们的翻译说面前。巴利是木卡是脸的意思，巴利木卡是面前。这面前在注解书解释是指鼻尖或是鼻头或是上嘴唇，指的就是这鼻尖指的就是我们鼻头的这边的鼻孔处，还有上嘴唇，就是我们一般华语所谓的人中这块区域，就是鼻孔处或是上嘴唇处，这边叫做我们这边的面前这里。说萨多瓦阿萨萨蒂，萨多瓦巴萨萨蒂，说是他那个成修者，就是那个比丘萨多瓦是萨蒂加 A 瓦，就是正面萨多加 A 瓦，阿萨萨蒂就入息，正面的入息，萨多瓦巴萨萨蒂正面的出息，他就是专注或是觉知，只是觉知入息，只是觉知出息。
That is, you must understand clearly that beginning point. We must understand it clearly that it is very important. Most of the meditators are studying Anapanasati, holding something somewhere in mind holding. Someone knows it, holding. Someone breath controlling. This is natural situation. Breath is full natural. It is unintentionally happening things, no? But meditators are going to do it intentionally. Anapanasati, not a doing. Breath is not a doing. Breath is situation, no? No, we can see outside wind. Wind is going to the side, the other side going. Wind is not going, control. Like that, meditators, not a meditators, all the beings, breath is natural situation. It is naturally going to the inside. Naturally going to outside. And that is, meditators are using for concentration. Breath going to in. Understanding, be mindful on that place. Where the breath is touching, that touching place, nostril, that is can be our nostril. This surrounding nostril can be. Sometimes one side can feel very clearly. Sometimes both nostrils can feel clearly. Sometimes one nostril can clearly feel, other nostril not clear. That is can be changeable. That is where the breath feeling maintain our mindfulness on going back. We must maintain our mindfulness on coming back. That is the meditation way, cultivating way mindfulness.
有些禅修者在修安般念的时候会特意的控制或是故意让呼吸照他的意念来进出。禅师解释说，这个我们的呼吸它是自然的进出，随着它就是不是人为的，它自然的会进出。如果我们刻意去控制它的话，就会让呼吸不自然这个不是对的方法。所以就是不要去抑制或是控制我们的呼吸，就只是让它自然的进出。我们的功课就只是在这个触点上，这个触点在哪里呢？一般在鼻孔这个位置，可以是两边或是一边或是哪一边比较清楚，一边比较不清楚。不管怎么样，在清楚的触点上的呼吸这个是我们安般念的所缘目标。就是我们的所缘，我们的修行的目标不是这个触点，但是借着这个接触的这个感觉，我们可以知道上面有呼吸。这个触点的接触的感觉不是我们的目标，借着这个触点的上面的呼吸才是我们修行的目标。这个触点可能是两边的鼻孔或是上嘴唇处都可以，哪里比较明显都可以。有时候一边明显，但是一段时间可能这一支香下一支香它可能换另外一边没有问题的，就是在清楚的那个触点上面的呼吸这个触点换是没有问题，这样去觉知触点上面的呼吸。大家了解这个意思吗？清楚吗？你们专注在安般念的时候是这样子修的吗？ Yes.
Then need to knowledge, not only knowledge. When we will practice, when we start, while we starting, we must remind. Now I am going to the practice Anapana. How to practice? It is explained like this. All the days must remind. After that, starting is basic. Remind. We are know how to practice. Most of meditators, research different countries, different meditators. Sitting, making, crossing leg and making straight body, directly focusing on object. That is taking heed for the object, that result is sleep. Before we starting, what we are going to do, that knowledge is important. We need to remind that. After reminding, you must start our practice.
在开始禅修的时候，要知道怎么做，然后也要记得我们的禅师就是善知识的提醒。在禅师去了很多不同的地方，有不同的禅修者。刚开始禅修的时候，就直接在目标就禅修的所缘上。禅师这边提醒说，每一次都要记得，我们不要犯这些错，不要控制呼吸等等的这些善知识的提醒。
Sometimes can be tension, sometimes low feeling can be numbness, and upper part, that is mean this area, how to call this area, can be numbness, so sometimes it is like somewhat strong holding, catching, like that feeling. Not only that, can be headache, like that. Different things can be happen while starting, sitting, beginning, by the practice between be like that situation. Please discuss that is with the teacher. Without instructions, don't try to overcome from that is.
有些人开始禅修以后，修这个安般念，他们可能会感觉到紧或是麻，尤其是有些人在上额头这个部分会麻，或是接近上额头这附近的位置，甚至有些人会感觉头部紧胀和头痛。在这种状况，请要跟你们的禅修导师讨论，不要继续修下去。在这种状况发生这些现象的时候，一定要跟你的禅修导师报告。
Maintaining mindfulness on breath, then meditators can see Digam Asasamiti Pajanati. Then meditators can see long breath. Next breath going long. Then Pajanati. What is the Pajanati mean? Understanding for it, awareness for it. What are they happening? That is understanding. That is very important. Not a controlling situation, understanding only. Digam Pasasamiti Pajanati. That outgoing breath, long breath, that is understanding, awareness for it, all situation. That is that second stage explained.
然后当能够正念在呼吸后才是继续教导有关前面那部经典中部的那个安般念经的教导。利冈哇阿萨三斗，利冈阿萨萨米底巴加那底。利冈是长的阿萨三斗，是入息的时候长的巴加那底了知什么？利冈阿萨萨米底，我正了知我正入息长。所以相对的出息长的利冈哇巴扎三斗，利冈巴扎萨米底巴加那底。这个巴加那底是了知，清楚的知道的意思。然后它这个低冈是长息，然后入息长跟出息长它都如此的了知。
While training, meditator can see short breath. Going in short breath, it also understanding available. And Asangva Pasasanto Prasang Pasamiti Pajanati. Going out breath, short breath, it also full understanding knowledge fully.
刚刚是了知他呼吸长的时候，现在是拉上哇阿萨散多拉上阿萨萨米底巴加那底，拉上是短息的时候阿萨散多，他正入息短息的时候，他了知巴加那底阿那上阿萨萨米底，你要知道他正入息短，那出息的时候一样，拉上哇巴萨散多拉上巴萨萨米底巴加那底，出息短的时候。他了知他出息短，就是短息的时候呼吸它比较短，入息的时候短，出息短，他如此的了知。
Some meditators going with the way. When you out of meditation, at that time also you like this. No, but out of the meditation also there is working on. Out of the meditation they say by the maintaining mindfulness. There is going in is understanding. There is going out is understanding. That is only. there is and person we can explain example from present period where we can see gatekeepers. How about gatekeepers judgment? That way we must judge our way.
禅师要解释说，有一些人他在有一些人他在入息长跟短的时候，他有些禅修者他在打坐的时候，他跟着身体跟着呼吸而前后入息的时候出息的时候往前，身体往前低下来，入息的时候身体往后。所以禅师要提醒大家，如果禅修者有这样的时候，他只是保持一个禅修者只是保持正面在呼吸，而不需要身体跟着动，所以要有正面自己在做什么。所以如果说这样做，就有点像在做运动去，而且这样子也不会让身体比较劳累疲劳。所以在修安般念的时候，身体不需要跟着入出息而晃动，只是保持身体静止不动的安住在鼻端前面的呼吸就可以了。
Always keeping that gatekeeper's house. In the house, by the entering keeper, that gatekeeper, by seeing, understanding, this is tall man, this short man, fat man. That gatekeeper knowing, clearly guiding that person. While passing that reality, that place, while passing journey, after passing, where he will go, not to judge, not to teaching, no. After going out, where he went, not judge. It is not to become the activity. Entering moment, only gatekeeper's duty. That is the great meditator's duty also, for the following that way. That gatekeeper after following that who are passing, they are not following. Particularly in that case like that, meditator must judge that way. When pray, how goes the way, that is like a judgment, understanding, awareness, full of faith. Situation understand. Going out also saying, no need to shape body, no need to judge where the way. Someone, when they is standing, that no area, focusing, understanding that they is coming, and following the how, where we go, inside. Coming to the out way, following, going to the out. That is wrong. Only touching face, mind, on that touching, understanding how what way. But not the meditator's object that way touching. On touching way is the object. On touching way, mindfulness. Maintaining mindfulness. That is the way.
禅师举个例子，就是守城门的守门人守城门的这个管理员，这个他只是在所有人经过那个城门的时候关照，知道这个人检查他的状况，不去管那个人进去城门内做什么，或是出了城门外他做什么，他不去管这个人是胖的、瘦的、高的、矮的，他只是在经过城门的时候，他去了解这个人，这样就可以。所以一个禅修者也只是在我们在触点这个位置上面去觉知呼吸，不用跟这个守门员的例子一样，不用管这个呼吸进到体内去做什么，不用管这个呼吸出到体外。所以在触点上面去觉知呼吸， 而不要管这个气息进到体内啊，进到内脏到哪里，或者管这个出气出到外面，或是身体摇动的、晃动的，跟着呼吸去出去，或者跟着呼吸进去体内。所以不去管进到体内的呼吸，不去管进到体外的呼吸，也不去摇动身体，只是像守城门的守门员一样，在触点上面去如实了知这个每个刹那来到这边的呼吸就可以。
That kaya sankhara means that expression, common is explaining that breath. How about the breath that is pasanghara, kaya sankhara means that breath is getting calm, getting peace. Short breath or long breath can be different breath. That calming breath also be mindful on calm breath, cultivating mindfulness. That way, going in breath and coming out breath, on understanding there is calm breath.
How about sabakayam? Sabakayam. Not yet. Just and on the skip or sabakayam, whole breath.
Sampakaya Patisangvedi Asasisami. Jadi Sampakaya Patisangvedi Asasisami jadi Patisangvedi Asasisami. Dan Sampakaya ini long breath or short breath. That's whatever long or short. That is, be mindful, full of the breath, understanding when it starting till finish in. Full of the situation understanding. That is, can be short, can be long, not a problem. That is full understanding.
禅师继续介绍安般念的经典的介绍，萨巴嘎扬达的三维的阿萨西沙米的西卡蒂等等，巴萨西沙米的西卡蒂。萨巴嘎扬指的是一切的身体，指的是全息，全部的息，呼吸的是身体，所以全息的这样的觉知而入息觉知全息而全身而出息。所以禅师介绍说，不管这时候是前面的长息或短息，一个禅修者是觉知他的呼吸的开始、中间、结束，每一个刹那经过的呼吸都清清楚楚了知的，这个叫做全息。然后在下一步的时候是巴赞巴扬嘎亚桑卡拉阿萨西沙米的西卡蒂，巴赞巴扬嘎亚桑卡拉巴萨西沙米的西卡蒂。让禅修者要平静他的身形而入息，平静他的身形而出息。这个身形指的是呼吸的这个身形，让气息维系下来、宁静下来，这是维系的阶段第4步骤。
They are first beginning making long breath because first explain long breath, no? And after making long breath, sometimes they are making short breath. And after that, going to make calm breath. How we cannot do that. These are natural situation, that is how is better, that is how controlling, very controlling, that is peace, understanding, cultivating mindfulness. Every moment mindful on present situation. Just low rate of is understanding now low rate. This can be short rate or understanding. Sometimes can be that feeling, touching, taste can be changed. These are changeable, no? That change but also we must understand. That way, they could cultivate great mindfulness.
但是讲到有一些禅修者现在教导长期，他就开始禅修，他就让呼吸变得很长。然后有些禅修者因为教到短期，他就让自己呼吸变得很短，就是很短促的这样呼吸。然后教到全息，他就每个刹那弄个很长的全息，然后很短的全息感。然后教到微息的阶段，他就让呼吸变得很缓慢、很缓慢、很缓慢。禅师讲说禅修者要如实的了知呼吸的自然的状态，而不去造作，不去控制呼吸。如果这样控制呼吸不会拿到定力以外，也会对身体健康也会有问题，对身心都不好。所以禅师要提醒大家，这边教导这个次第是如实的，他呼吸长的时候就了知他呼吸长，他呼吸短的时候就了知他呼吸短，然后做到全息乃至自然的做到微息，而不是控制让呼吸变长、变短或者变微细等等。
While seeing very short wave, that short wave means very short, both sides, like something jumping to inside, outside, very short. Feeling what happening, can be died, maybe going to die like that, feeling. No need to fear. What has happened from that happened, that situation? It is always our mindfulness. While the practicing can be died, not problem. We are near the liberation. Anywhere, by the practice meditation, can be something happen. Don't fear that. Sometimes here earthquake, no? Can be strong earthquake, quick, can die, don't fear, no need to fear. Because just we are cultivating our income, great income. Concentration with the ocean. These are great ocean. Meditation also means the biggest ocean. Why fear for that? Long samsara, we did with the always unwholesome mind. Human, we born uncomfortable life. As a human born, uncomfortable life. And passing, born after passing, animal, dogs, health, there. Just by the practicing wholesome, 10%. Think what is the situation? Just make strong mind. Okay, I can die without fear. Now I have strong wholesome. And we are by the practicing meditation. Don't fear anymore. Just make strong mindfulness. Okay, I can die. Now I have enough merit. And continue mindfulness.
所以有些禅修者有时候气息会变得很短，非常短，多短。但是刚刚的举例子，好像嘟嘟嘟嘟，好像跳着跳着，好像气息快没了，快要断气。所以有的禅修者会想说，是不是要死掉了？可能会升起恐惧。禅师提醒说，那时候不用担心，也不用害怕。这个我们在修行禅定，这是很大的善念，很大的善念。如果真的有什么状况，不会有什么事的。有时候也有可能感觉到好像地震， 其实有时候身体的4大的一些变动，所以这些都不用害怕。我们要做的是继续保持正念，继续保持正念在我们原来的所缘，就是现在是呼吸这样。如果真的这样死掉的话，我们死前带着这个修定的这样的很大的善业未来世是不用担心的。所以我们有足够的善业，在修行的时候有足够的善业，发生什么都不需要恐惧的，继续保持我们的正念在原来的业处就好了。
Can we appear some images? Appear images. That is cloud, sun, moon, flower bouquet, star, flower land, different color light. Sometimes flashlight. And this something can be happen while the day, but don't be serious. That is why maintaining mindfulness can be like that situation. All are not coming to the one person. Different meditators, different experience. Anyone not proper. What will happen? Don't pay attention on that. Please, you will maintain your mindfulness on breath. Pay attention on breath only, not any other thing. But what happens while practicing, that is you must discuss with the teacher. Teacher knows what are the situations. That is not correct or wrong. Teachers are known. Teachers will judge how our will practice. That is judge and teacher will give the instructions. Some section can be going very well. Then very comfortable. Mind doesn't like to move, doesn't like to wake up and stand up. Just there can be gathering for lunch. Don't understand? Because during the night, they frankly ate, no? Long samsara, ate, but never ate liberation. Give up lunch, give up breakfast, give up sleeping time, maintain mindfulness. That maintaining can be few hours, okay, not a problem. For me, 12 hours, for me, nothing any problem. 24 hours, okay. Continue, no need to worry or hide to do anything. Just maintain mindfulness. Only that you do. No need to judge or no need to fear anything. Maintain mindfulness on great situation. After this explanation, further explaining that peace of peace, Vatsang, etc. That is after arise concentration life. That explanation, that is not time for explaining. For the time being, this explanation almost enough for beginners. Actually today I explained very well beginners' experience and how to practice it. Therefore, please when you maintain your anapanasati meditation tomorrow, full knowledge fully, and every section sitting or walking, please both continue. Between every section sitting or walking, do that Purukruti means preparation. Some at least 10 minutes hours to round. After that, maintain your meditation. And while the practicing, don't result. Result will come to yourself. Here, while the boat traveling, I saw many banana plantations. That any farmers are while planting, not plan how cut this banana. They only planted and protect that banana. After came banana fruit, while they start drying, their farmers they are making. That means meditators also don't plan to pluck fruit. After coming fruit, will pluck. That is the meditator's duty.
所以在修行安般念，定力在提升以后，可能会出现很多不同的影像。有些人会出现一些云，或是棉花，或是宝石、珍珠等；有些人出现星星、月亮、太阳种种不同。每个人可能不一样，而且每一座甚至可能不一样，也可能出现种种的颜色的光不同形状。禅师提醒，这些都不要去管。然后继续的专注的正念在呼吸，这些外在影像完全不要去管。出现这些现象的时候，一定要跟你们的禅师、你们的禅修导师讨论，让你的老师去判断这是对或不对，不要自己去判断。所以如果另外一个现象是，如果有些禅者修行到定力很稳定，正念持续的很好整个身心都非常宁静不想动的时候，那时候可能午餐的钟声响，那时候我们那么多久的轮回里面没有很好得到这样很好修行的机会，如果可以的话，放弃午餐也没什么。然后如果早餐、午餐或是睡觉的时间到了，这些都可以放下。我们在轮回里面，我们能够好好这样拿到好的修行成果，不是每一次都容易拿到的。所以在那些时候继续你们的修行。它可能是你们持续用功了几个小时，甚至24小时都没有问题。禅师鼓励大家继续你原来的正念然后这些外在影像不要理，继续去用功。然后可能还有一些禅修的喜悦光这些问题禅师想因为时间的关系，禅师就只能先介绍到这边。如果有什么需要的时候，你们有什么特别状况，在小乘报道的时候再跟禅师讨论。还有在每一次打坐的时候，打坐或经行的开始，你们现在做准备工作，就是禅师的这本四护卫禅里面的有3种方法，你们应该做好前行，就是准备工作。你们也可以开始做好这准备工作后，你们可以做佛随念、一滴滴说等等的念几圈，或是做持心。但是一个重点是不要期待任何的结果。如果你有曾经得过一些好的现象，也不要去期待，不管是打坐清安喜乐或者什么，都不要去期待。禅师举个例子，就好像禅师这边师父走的师父进行散步的时候，这附近有蛮多人种了香蕉。禅师举这样的蕉农，就是农夫们把这香蕉种下去，然后把这个该施肥该除草的准备好后，就是等待而已。那个香蕉什么时候要结果，在青的时候都还不够熟的时候，也还不能做什么。它真正结果，等它熟的时候，我们才可以有香蕉可以吃。所以一样的，我们在种植我们的心田的时候，它需要时间，我们就做好我们的准备工作，做好我们的每一项正念，然后它什么时候要结出好的果实让它时间自然来，不要去期待还没有来的东西，不要去揠苗助长，不要拔苗助长，那没有作用。就是做好你们的因以后，就是在这边继续用功不要一直期待结果，就是等待它实际因缘成熟，自己果实自己出来。
We will start our meditation session, and during the day we maintain mindfulness or breath, and this we will discuss into time we are speaking. It's important because without teacher's advice, that progress as always can be that discussion can be more important during the day with continual knowledge.
所以禅师因为时间的关系，就安般念就介绍到这里。明天禅师带着大家禅修用禅师指导带领大家引导禅修后，然后就各自依着这个安般念的业处。如果有另外的救生有另外指导，就依着个别的指导；没有的话，就是一般新生就依着安般念的教导。然后就继续的安住在这个整天去修行，精行静坐去修行安般念。大家尝试大家分享功德，大家翻开课诵本51页。大家翻48页，中本的祝福48页。
Sampai สัมมารักขันตุสัมปะเทนะสัมปะพุทธานุภาเวนะสดาสัตถิภวันตุเตโนตุสัมปะมังรักขันตุสัมปะเทนะสัมปะธัมมังภาเวนะสดาสัตถิภวันตุเตโนตุสัมปะมังรักขันตุสัมปะเทนะสัมปะสังฆังภาเวนะสดาสัตถิภวันตุเต
73วา
อิมานัสสิสันนิจังวุตตาปัจจามิโนจัตตารโอธัมมาวัฏฏันติอายุวันโนสุขังภะอายุราโรเกสัมปัตติสัพพสัมปัตติเมเจอโภนิวาสัมปัตตินาเตนามิจตุ
สาธุสาธุสาธุ刚才54页跟禅师说โอกาสาวันดามิบันเตมยากตังปุญญังสามินานุโมทิตัพพังสามินากตังปุญญังมหังดาตพังสาธุสาธุอนุโมดามิโอกาสาตวารตเยนะกตังสัพพังอาจังขมาตเมบันเตสาธุโอกาสขมามิบันเต
โอกาสาวัฏามิบันเต
สุขีโหตุนิบานาปัจจโหตุ
นายาคาทังปุญญังธรรมินานุโมทิตา
สาธุสาธุ